Cool.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Dried Blood. The blood's not quite dry yet. We literally just ended, but, it'll get there. So we got Glorious George. We got Miss Magitech, Thornabub, Glasi, father-daughter, fight to the death. Well, not quite. Jerry's death, maybe, but...
He's just a soul. He's kind of alive-ish.
He wasn't using it anyway?
It's true.
I mean, he was an electrician. Do they even have souls?
That's so awful.
Poor Jerry.
You all really came out, though, swinging. Like, before we even got to halftime, you all had taken a good chunk of hell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that lightning strike I didn't realize. I was like, oh man, that did a lot. I did 30 lightning damage in one attack. I was like, woo. Yeah.
We're mid-level, right, on this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think a lot of people, especially like, once you get to the higher levels, magic dealers are real dangerous then. But they're really underestimated. There's a good opportunity here to be real dangerous. And you all pulled out some good combo moves and thinking about how do I use this in this space.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to, like, what did you love about your character? Like a move or an option that you did? You're like, I'm so glad I got to do this.
Oh, definitely the channel divinity. Because I had Crusher and Charger, and then the channel divinity, it's like I can charge, especially with wings, I can charge 60 feet in any direction, then with a bonus action hit, and that's going to do extra damage from Charger. And then on top of that, and then with the channel divinity, just 21 necrotic points. Before the match, I looked at her character sheet just to see like her max health, and I was like, ooh,
no.
I know.
It's about half of her health.
You built a real anime move, can we just say? Like the quick
combo.
Zoom movements, and then big hits.
That's the hard part about anytime you do PvP with D&D, it's not really balanced for that. It's not designed to fight each other. So it's it is what it is. You gotta get creative and balance it out and do things and sacrifice souls to the box of chaos and stuff. Just whatever it takes.
I know. It was. Oh man, I made her a warlock and sorcerer. So I like to think the warlock power came from like my infernal heritage or whatever, my pacts with my dad or whoever it was. And so that was like that magic. And then I have my own sorcerer magic that I've been channeling from my own stuff and my own independence as I've been like freeing myself from the nine hells. So I kind of liked to differentiate that a little bit. But it was, that's what I had liked about this character in particular.
That actually makes me think of like Todoroki from anime, like the half and half, like not like that challenge that you feel with your character. I think that's a brilliant build, and we saw a lot of that struggle that she had, and even the comebacks, like I'll kill you with the magic that you taught me, sort of thing. Like that was a really great line that I love that you had.
yeah, that was awesome. But I should have came out with one of the big ones at the end. I really should have. I was holding back, and I wanted to try to banish you. And banish you back to the nine hells. So I had banishment, and I didn't get to use that. And then obviously I have
a -1 in charisma. So
wow.
That
would have been your chance.
I just should have done it. I should have just why do I've always hold back. I'm like, maybe I'll wait.
It's a hard thing because on the show we like to just have fun and kind of explore characters and do a lot of RP. But there's so many times after we end the show where someone's just like, oh, I held back my really good spell that I was saving it for my finishing move, and then they never get to it, and there's always a regret.
Yeah. I mean, you all have different policies, like even on your hero points. Like George, you're like right off the bat, you're like, I'm gonna use it. Let's go right away.
Yeah.
It was.
My thought was that I thought when that magnet was going to come, I thought I was going to be stuck to it because of my plate armor and stuff, like my chainmail and stuff. So I thought like I need to do damage in the first half because in the second half I didn't know how you guys were going to play it, so I might be hanging there useless and then just taking whatever hits she has. So I got to do my melee damage now. because in the second half I might not get that opportunity.
The magnet's definitely a fun one just to like, because it, especially for martial classes, not so much effective necessarily against two tieflings who've got some spells, but like martial classes definitely can be detrimental when all your weapons go away and you got nothing. So, but it's
or if you're a Warforged, it's gonna be a bad
day. It's a bad day for a Warforged.
Yeah. Oh god.
I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't spend any time in this pit. It just shakes out that way sometimes because I got all these little spiders here that were ready to go as well. That were
nice
spiders.
Look at all these
okay that we didn't get there.
All these little spiders that are ready to jump in and web you guys up and.
Oh god.
It was gonna be a fun time if we got down here and that, but you guys used your surroundings and used the magnet, and that was really cool. I wasn't expecting that, so definitely a cool finish.
I forgot early on I had my charger ability to, when you hit them, you can, instead of doing the extra 5 damage, you can push them 10 feet.
Oh yeah.
And I've forgotten because if I had used that, I could have pushed her into the river. And I'm just dying to know, what does the river do?
It is acidic.
Oh, wonderful.
It's just water. She gets wet.
We never taught her how to swim, so that would have been perfect.
Oh.
Not a lot of swimming happening in the 9 hells,
That's fair.
There's no pools, no community pools down there.
Did you all talk
classes each morning?
Now you say that. Are you both in agreement there? Did you talk about that before the show and be like, oh, by the way, I never taught you to swim?
No.
Absolutely not.
Just wondering how deep the lore building went.
Also,
before.
yeah. Jerry was not my boyfriend's name. George just came up with Jerry, by the way, everybody watching. I was like, of all the names, it had to be Jerry.
I've been practically trained in improv, but I don't think Tracy has, and yet she embodies all the rules of it with yes and. And she just knows, like, naturally, like, he said my boyfriend's name is Jerry, that's his name now, and just rolls with it. Yeah. And I'm really glad that she's that good at that.
Yep. Yeah.
Just let it flow.
I had just the contract thing at the end. I also didn't plan with George. I was just like, you know what? I'm about to die. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Let's just make a contract here, since this is an infernal fight.
You have made contracts in our D&D games. It's literally something where people are like, Tracy, stop signing contracts. And
I want to know more of this story now. I feel like we need
I gotta know what's in that contract.
Yeah,
I know. I don't even.
I'm imagining I'm gonna get called back here for her rematch where she tries to smite me.
Listen, there may be
she's a paladin then, and she's like, I found religion, Dad. And
we may have to do like a Christmas one shot at the Thornabub household.
Oh my god!
Visiting. Like, we may just have to spend like a one shot lore of,
have Momo play your mother.
Oh yeah.
We may have to do it for Christmas time. Maybe a Patreon thing or something.
Adam is my brother.
We
just have the whole family.
The brother that I was beating with the sun sword.
Yeah.
The sun sword. Getting the sun sword.
Oh my gosh!
Like, you're like, it's a holy weapon that is meant to fight Strahd, and I'm like,
so
this thing is literally just
confession. I've never played Curse of Strahd. Except for what Tracy DM'd on her channel, the offshoot of Strahd-esque, I believe. But I've never played Strahd yet. I think I missed my opportunity one year when we were doing it. But so I had no idea what that sword was. So I was reading that on the fly. I was like, oh, look, it's chaotic good. That's awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's the fun part about rolling for magic weapons in this setting, though, is like sometimes they're helpful, sometimes they're not. You could have rolled like a basic health potion too, it could have been anything.
Yeah.
There's like hundreds of magic items on that table, so it's so good.
But it was really clever. And both of you, like, you reacted very well to each of the situations, like how I went to think creatively within this space. Like, even when I don't want this, I give it back, and then you went back and tried to negotiate by giving dead raccoons over. Now I need to find some dead raccoon art. I don't know.
Francisco.
Is that its name, Francisco?
Yeah, that's what his name's Francisco.
Let's go.
They could be ghost animals, and Forgotten Adventure makes ghost tokens of all of their creatures. So you can find some ghost raccoons or ghost squirrels or something to give them.
Ghost
At least for the
raccoons and
miniature
squirrels.
side
We're
of
building
things.
out. You wouldn't believe how much lore we're building out about the Box of Chaos. Like all of a sudden, for no,
That's
out
amazing.
of the
I
blue,
love
it's
it.
just like every episode's like, okay, now we're doing
New
this.
stuff.
I guess he's got a name.
Yeah.
It's Gerald. He had a girlfriend who doesn't remember him now. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. I'm imagining Thornabub's hearing all about it from Arbiter at the bar later. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
This
he is
little
because
seedy dive bar y'all are hanging out with neon signs up.
oh, you would be
Jerry,
because
is that guy Union? Is he Union? Is
oh
that
yeah, well we pay him in table scraps and stuff. Drop a blood here, drop a blood there. Gerald, yeah.
Gerald, yeah.
Yeah. He had a girlfriend.
I
She was in the death match a little while back. She rubbed me the wrong way. She works on our bee farm now. But I modified her memory so she doesn't remember him.
Smart.
I didn't
smart.
I didn't care for the way that she
You go
talked
far
to
in
me.
the Nine Hells.
I've never been.
Considered?
I've never been.
Oh yeah, no, you would do great there.
I think maybe,
we can get you set up with like a 401k benefits. Yeah.
Listen, between you and me, I've been trying to overthrow the Grandmaster for years.
We could help with that. We have infernal legions that my daughter's going to give birth to in a few years.
Oh my god.
Let me get your card.
By
The
the
plans
way,
that are made.
there were so many things. This is my first time doing something on someone else's channel, and there are so many things that I felt like skirted the line of being okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
And I hope I didn't go too far with any. I just thought, well, it's like he is a devil.
Yes.
And like the audience knows that
He
these
is
things
evil.
are bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
I think that's the important thing.
We
that
do
you
not
framed it
support
that
domestic violence on D20
Yes.
Deathmatch.
Yes.
right.
You've clearly
Full stop.
shared that you come from the Nine Hells. You are not a good person, and like that allows us to explore that. I think that's fine.
When you guys said about the WWE comparison of the show, like I right off the bat with some of the stuff I was saying to the Grandmaster, I'm like, I'm playing the heel.
Yeah.
I am the person nobody wants to win, except maybe chat. Who knows? I don't know.
You had some big fans in there too. They were excited.
Beat your daughter. Beat your
daughter. I will say with Miss Magitech, you coming back, there were some people who messaged me right away and they're like, we just really wanted to see her win one for
I know. Damn it.
Have you not won yet?
I didn't. I lost to Adam too.
You lost to Adam. Oh yeah.
I lost. And that one I was close to winning, and
That's
he
right.
had one thing at the end that I forgot what it was. It was
You were killed by chat with the lava.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Chat summoned the chaos event, and you got killed by the floor's lava.
That's what it was. Otherwise, I would have killed him. And this time too, again, I probably could have killed my dad pretty easily.
Man.
But I
was ready to make a last ditch plea, like, but you'll always be my Glasi bear. Before I died. And just like a single tear come out of my eye, and just like I was hoping like maybe it'll get some sympathy points, and then I could death ward get up and hit you again.
Oh
wow, you're 0 for 2 in the arena, and honestly, it's probably gonna be 0 for 3 once the Arbiter kills Locket. So
yes, I was just gonna say, fate of the Arbiter. I also have a character at stake here, so
we're gonna have to get back into.
I don't even know about this one.
Yeah, my Tabaxi Ranger Locket.
Yeah, so we've done we've done a couple of one shots that have kind of explored the Arbiter's treachery. And
against the Grandmaster.
Yeah, and Tracy's been in there with Big Daddy Tej and Anubis, and it's been a crazy time. We gotta like get another episode of that in and kind of see where it goes. Because
the lore runs deep.
It does.
It's starting
It
to.
really does. Yeah. There's a whole resistance.
It reminds me of
there is
like Mystery Science Theater when it's like, it's just like a show. They talk about movies, then like there's actually like a whole iceberg of lore that goes deep.
Yes.
I love it.
That's like the biggest compliment you could ever give me.
Yeah, we love that.
Oh,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
I fully intend that.
We just saw
so good. I love it.
MST3K live, and it was fantastic.
Nice.
That's awesome.
But we're droning on here on the dried blood. We could talk forever, but we like to end these with you guys, either from yourselves or your characters, giving kind of a final word of advice or a threat or, whatever, from you yourself, your character, to the acolytes, to your opponents, whoever. We'll let, as the newcomer, George, we'll let you go first. Any words from yourself or your character?
Always be closing. On devil deals or death matches, always be closing.
It's good advice. All right. Ms. Magitech, any last final words for you or your character?
This is not the end. I will come back with an oath of vengeance.
Okay.
I'm coming back as a paladin. I'm going to swear an oath.
Okay.
And you know what? The Grandmaster, with her words at the end, inspired me. She's going to be my my channel, not channel divinity, but I'm going to swear an oath to the Grandmaster, and that's it.
I will be your benefactor. And
yes,
weapons,
exactly.
Training you
Grant
need.
me
I am paying
the magic,
for those lessons.
everything. Yeah.
Dang.
You're gonna have the nicest armor out there.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, that is it for us. We will see you guys on the next episode of D20 Deathmatch.